वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू इन टुडेज डेली करंट अफेयर्स टुडेज 12th जनवरी। जो आज का टॉपिक है, देयर आर टू टॉपिक्स। वन इज कैफे, दैट इज corporate average fuel efficiency, and BS6 norms. So already BS6 norm was implemented last year. So it is about BS6 norm stage 2. So let's understand the news. So ये news क्यों है? This news is related to the automakers seek to relief on the new fuel efficiency emission norms. So right now, the CAFE2 regulation and BS6 norms are supposed to be implemented in the coming years, in the 2022 and 2023. So the automakers want to leave. So let's quickly look and understand at this. This is as per GS2 government policies and intervention. The auto industry has requested government to defer the implementation of corporate average fuel efficiency CAFE2 regulation and BS6 stage 2 norms to April 2024. That means CAFE2 norms and BS6 stage 2 norms. Remember, BS6 stage 1 is already implemented. So they have requested to defer it. That means they want to postpone it due to the lockdown measures. As of now, CAFE2 norms and BS6 norms are set to come into effect in April in 2022 and April 2023. So that is what they want. Now let's understand the first one, the corporate average fuel efficiency 2 norms. CAFE or corporate average fuel efficiency economy regulations are enforced in many advanced as well as developing countries like India. What is the objective of CAFE2 now? To lower the fuel consumption or improve the fuel efficiency of vehicles by lowering CO2 emissions. एक तो आप you make vehicles more efficient, that means they should give mileage. Secondly, you reduce the CO2 pollution as well. So it has twin purpose. One, to reduce the dependence of oil on for fuel and also to control pollution. Now, what is corporate average? Corporate average उनका sales है, sales volume weighted average for every auto manufacturer. Now, in that, how many vehicles they are selling where fuel efficiency have been achieved? यानी जो vehicle sell कर रहे हैं उसमें fuel efficiency vehicle उनका average क्या है? And that is what. So idea is CAFE is to push manufacturers to achieve fuel efficiency targets by producing and selling more fuel efficient models, including electrical vehicles. Now, CAFE2 norms were notified in 2017 under Ministry of Power. And what is the regulation? Now, this point is important for prelims MCQ. This regulation is in accordance with fuel consumption standards for 2015 that aim to increase fuel efficiency of vehicle by 35% by 2030. Means when the regulation came, they said that the fuel efficiency should improve by 35%. Now, Ministry of Road Transport and Highway is the nodal agency which monitors the fuel consumption, and the regulation was introduced in two target phases. The carbon dioxide emission target should be 130 gram per kilometer by 2020-23 and 113 gram per kilometer by 2020-23. So these are the two phase targets that have to be reduced. The norms are applicable for petrol, diesel, LPG and CNG passenger vehicle. Yani norms sabhi ke liye hai. That means they have to reduce fuel efficiency by 35%, increase fuel efficiency by 35% and reduce the carbon dioxide emission. Now, next is BS6 stage 2 norms. BS6 already implemented right now. So what is Bharat stage emission standards are laid down by government to regulate output of air pollutants, okay, from internal combustion engine and spark ignition engine equipment, including motor vehicles. So internal combustion engine, mostly diesel vehicles, and spark ignition is petrol vehicles. So these standards are targeted at making improvements in three areas. So BS6 norm के तीन target है. One is emission control, that means pollution. Second is fuel efficiency, and third is engine design. So these are three areas where improvement is needed. Now, central government has mandated that vehicle makers must manufacture and sell register BS6 vehicle from 1st April 2020. 1st April se BS6 norm is implemented. Now, BS6 is equivalent to Euro 6 norms, which are currently in place across the Europe. Now, as per BS6 emission norm, petrol vehicles will have 25% reduction in their nitrogen oxide emission. Any petrol vehicle with 25% pollution will be lesser. And diesel vehicles will have to reduce HC plus NOx, hydrocarbon plus nitrogen oxides, by 43%, and NOx by 68%, and particulate matter, PM matter, by 82%. That means they have to petrol vehicles only for nitrogen oxide, whereas diesel vehicle is hydrocarbon, nitrogen oxide, and particulate matter as well. Sulfur content is also a major cause of concern in these vehicles. So BS6 fuel sulfur content is much lower than BS4 vehicle. Now let's look at what is sulfur content. So in BS6, the sulfur content will be 10 mg per kg, whereas in BS4 upper limit was 50 mg per kg, which means कि BS6 vehicle में 5 times less, you can say, the sulfur content is there. So that is very good from pollution point of view. Now, what are the manufacturers' demand? Manufacturer का demand क्या? Why they want that CAFE2 and BS6 stage 2 norms should be implemented later on? So in European market, the transition from Euro 4 to Euro 6 took 9 years. But in India, it took 3 years. यानी हमने 3 years में implement किया. But it led to increased cost in the vehicle. Vehicle cost went up because you are using new technology and you are adapting. And automatically all the costs went to consumer. Right now the vehicles are very costly. Further in India, tax rates are high. The service takes are also high. The third is insurance cost is there. So not only the BS4 to BS6 vehicles, the cost of vehicles have increased, but also government is putting cess on vehicles. Okay, 28% plus cess tax we have. And these are the challenges where manufacturer says that now the vehicle have become costlier. And because that demand of the vehicles have come down. Now, car sales are very important in the GDP. In fact, we say that car sales are related with GDP numbers because car sales represent the demand in the economy. Recently, Maruti and Hyundai, they have clocked good numbers in the last month period. So that is how we can say that economy is reviving. Pollution norms and efficiency improvement norms are also necessary for consumer and environment. So at one end, we have to manage environmental aspect or ecology. At the other end, economy is also important. Hence, government should deliberately discuss with automobile manufacturers to find a mutually beneficial solution for industry as well as consumers' welfare in mind. So that is what this article talks about. So this article में बहुत सारे, there are a lot of pointers important. You can jot down the notes also for your UPSC prelims and mains. So that is mains. There are 2 questions. Related to corporate fraud, and the second is FPOs. What is FPO?